The thing is, with car shows, you're gonna want to get a car that's actually good looking for it. So before you go to your next car meet, watch this video to the end, where I went over 10 vehicles which have been at car shows in Southwest Florida. Now, if we're going to be talking about vehicles that are good looking, the McLaren Senna is one we cannot forget about. See, like, this car just has this look to it that automatically makes it an option you must choose for a car meet. It's got this race car design featuring this huge wing in the rear, the unique exhaust setup, and I know we're talking about looks here, but the sound is another thing. This thing sounds really good. See, the things with McLaren's inside this game, they all kind of share the same exact sound. But I think out of all of them, I like this one the most. It actually sounds different. And plus, it sounds way better in my opinion. The Senna is a must buy. But then there's the Saleen S7. You gotta bring this car to a car show. And the thing is about this car, it sounds so good. The driving sound, the idle, just listen to it. Yeah, this thing sounds just strong. And this car does look pretty good, to be honest. I am a fan of the way this car looks. It's got the really detailed rear with the quad exhaust. This car looks really good. If you're looking for a good car show vehicle, this one is a good option. But then there's the Pagani Huayra. Easily one of the best looking cars inside this game. This car is just gorgeous. Beautiful. We cannot forget about this car when it comes to good looking cars. There's so many things I love about this car, with one of the significant things of this car being the detail. There's detail almost everywhere. First of all, the rear, it's the V12, and then there's the aerodynamics. These are like plane flaps. Look at that. And naturally, when braking, they actually go all the way up, and they appear at the front of the car as well. Take a look. So cool. Such an amazing detail, man. I mean, this car, you gotta bring it to a car show. But without a question, with no doubt, you gotta bring the 918 to a car show one day. The 918 is another great option. It just looks so good. It's got this simplistic design that is so like well done. It's got the very familiar look to it, the Porsche look, the simple front bumper, and then there's the rear. Probably my favorite part about this car. It looks really good, man. It's got the active aero with the exhaust right almost at the top of this car. Just about. This car looks really good, honestly. If you got the money, this car, recommend it all day. Then there is the beautiful McLaren 765 Longtail. Now the thing is, this car is limited. However, if you do have it, you should definitely bring it. Pretty much anytime there's a car show, I'm gonna bring this car. I'm not gonna lie. To be fair, it is my favorite car, and I think you guys can tell that. It's really good looking. You gotta bring these things for a car show. It's got the active aero, the 720S look to it, and then there's the rear. It looks so detailed. You can kind of sort of see the V8 back there. Yep, just about. And it also sounds pretty good. You gotta hear those turbos. Man, this car is so good. If you haven't understood as to why I drive this car so much, I think you know now. You gotta bring this thing to a car show, without a doubt. But then there's the Apollo IE. Now, it is yet again another limited, and it's also a bit more pricey in comparison to the 765. So you may not have this car. You may or may not. I'm not very certain. But if you do have it, it's a great option for a car show. I mean, what do I have to say? It looks insane. It looks as if it was supposed to be flown, not driven. This car looks incredible. The car modelers did a really good job on this car. They really got the detail down. The massive wing, the incredible rear detail. This car, you gotta bring it. You gotta bring it. This car released in 2022, and it was about like 2.7 mil. It was limited and it was not cheap. So if you got this car though, consider taking it to a car show. But if you want something cheaper that is not a limited time vehicle, you cannot go wrong with the Lotus 311. It's a pretty good looking vehicle, as you can see. It is a one-seater, and I know we're talking about looks here, but come on, this thing is pretty quick. It's one of those vehicles that are like really light and just really cool. This car looks pretty good, man. It's a pretty fun one to drive. Like I said, it is a one-seater. It's got the giant wing on the back, the Lotus front bumper. It's just a good looking car, man. I mean, you gotta bring it to a car show. What about our fictional Lambo, otherwise known as the Italica Velocita Corsa? This car looks so good, and it's fictional. You can still tell that it's a Lambo, but this is a fictionalized version of the Lamborghini Huracan STO, and it looks really good, man. Really good. You know, everybody loves Lambos, so I don't see why you wouldn't bring this. And the thing is, it's based on a Huracan, so it has that beautiful V10 sound. this car just sounds wicked, bro. I love this car. They did a really good job on this vehicle, man. It sounds good, it looks good. You gotta buy this car. But at last, but certainly not least, we have the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. This car is gorgeous. It's got the incredible body kit, the amazing look, and in general, not just the body kit. And it sounds crazy. I don't really know anything else I have to say about this car. It looks really good. If you're looking for a good car to bring to a car show, this car is definitely one of them. Now, those are some good car meet vehicles in Southwest Florida. But the thing is, even for just one of these cars, you're going to need some money. So in this video right here, I went over the secrets to make $10 million per day in Southwest Florida.